Why do you always do that?
I didn't think it was recording.
It was. I told you we were going to start, and then you intentionally fucked it up.
There's no reason to do this.
It doesn't matter.
It's a style of podcasting to start before you say you're starting.
It's
do
cool.
That on a bunch of,
it's like in music.
I think it's great. I think it's really professional.
Yeah.
It's like when they do the
Exactly.
What if you started your podcast?
I'm doing podcast ad-libs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite ad lib of all time on a rap song?
Ad lib of all time. Jeez.
The 3 N-words from Trinidad
James.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Triple
all gold everything. Triple N-word.
Recently, my favorite one recently. Did we talk about this on the podcast where it was like the Travis Scott ad lib where it was just
it was
fun at a party on a Sunday, I think it was. And then
it was
fun.
Yeah,
it's like that's not even.
I like Gucci Mane, Freaky Girl, where he's like, she's a very freaky girl. Don't take home to mama, and then in the back he's just mama,
yeah,
mama.
That's a good one. Who does sheesh these days?
Sheesh, that's a big one. That's on a lot of songs.
So that's a little. I'm sure we're forgetting some great Dipset ones.
Oh, the best.
Anyway, would you like to start now, Nick?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So, Kurt Metzger couldn't do it. Kurt Metzger wanted to do it. He said Tuesday. He said, let's do Tuesday. And then I hit him up, and he's like, no, I have to work, and then I have spots. So
okay. I'm very similar to Kurt Metzger.
Yeah,
basically
the
same
vibe. Not obvious
we have
ways.
Amber Frost. Of very similar to Kurt Metzger. So if you know Kurt's credits, they're basically the same.
I write about
writer for Amy
Marxist
Schumer,
feminist economics. So it's like we're colleagues basically.
Yeah. Well, she also doesn't like Sadie Doyle. So
I also don't like Sadie Doyle. Yeah, we're also like mortal enemies.
Yeah. So that's really the the main similarity, but the most important one, I feel.
I think so, yeah.
I also pay rent to Amber, so
yeah.
now the guests are just whoever is in my apartment.
Yeah.
This is in lieu of paying rent. You're having her on the pod.
Yeah.
She's getting this bump, the Cumtown bump.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll be seeing lots of Patreon donations after this one.
Your old landlords didn't get a lot of burn on the podcast. I think that would have actually helped.
Yeah, we should have had them on.
Yeah, that would have been.
Do you want me to move my cat?
Well, the cat's fucking with all the gear.
Yeah.
The cat loves gear, dude.
He's yeah.
You should take him to B&H and watch all of those Hasids die of anaphylactic shock. Oh no! Breathe, I can't much.
Are you doing okay, Adam?
I'm good, dude. I'm about to be a foster parent and potentially a full parent.
Are you gonna start calling yourself a dog mom?
Yeah, dog mom.
It's your fur baby.
Hillary dog mom.
Hill dog mom.
Hill dog mom. Yeah, I'm adopting this dog from 2 blocks away from here on Malcolm X and Green Avenue. Who is
that's very close.
Yeah, she's a bedside dog. That's what she's a Brooklyn. She's a Brooklyn dog.
Why is that a fucking pertinent piece of information?
I think that's cool.
It's just very close to us.
Yeah, it's close to where we are now, and I think it's cool that it's a Brooklyn dog.
It's cool that it's a Brooklyn dog.
I might not be a Brooklyn guy, but I got a Brooklyn dog.
That means pit bull. All the dogs here are pit bulls.
Or
it's
Rockwilders.
It's a pit bull.
Rottweilers. Pit bulls and Rottweilers.
Do you know what my cat's favorite band is?
What is it, Adam?
DMX, obviously. It's obviously the best.
Tell Stav the name of the dog.
Do you know the name of my...
Is it ISIS?
It's ISIS, yeah.
Well, he already told you?
Yeah,
the breeder named the dog ISIS.
I guessed ISIS.
Is it Boko Haram?
Yeah.
Is it...
Is this like a Twitter person that you bought this? Their puppy named Harambe.
Yeah.
It's so irony boy to have obviously a terrorist dog, but
you can't name that fucking dog ISIS.
No, it's just a guy that's
I don't think you can yell that across the dog park.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I encountered on our first walk, but. But
also, you don't know. The dog might take it to heart and then decide that you're a real problem.
She wants to reestablish the caliphate.
I got friends that they got a dog, and they named it Stravon Barksdale after. First of all, any kind of dog pun name or cat pun name,
the worst.
You're an idiot.
Avon Barksdale isn't bad, but not Stravon.
Well, it was a stray dog, so it was like straight. I mean, Avon Barksdale already works, so you don't need to.
Yeah, you get it exactly.
Well, they changed the dog's name to the dog's name was Stravon Barksdale, and then like 2 weeks later, the George Zimmerman thing happened. So the dog's name is Stravon.
Oh no!
And it's just like black lab mutt or whatever.
Just call it something else. It doesn't know.
Yeah, well, then you can't bring that dog to the dog park.
If I had a dog, he'd look like Stravon.
Oh, come on, man.
Sorry. I'm quitting the podcast.
What would be a good Obama dog name?
Bo.
No, it has to be like as bad as O'Bungler. Obanjo? Obingo? O-B-I-N-G-O?
Bardock O'Banion. That's what my little brother calls Obama.
O'Banion?
Yeah. Not bad.
That's bad.
Did you know that Michelle's middle
The
name...
insult is that he's Irish?
yeah. Fuck Irish people, right?
Yeah.
You know Michelle's middle name is also Hussein Obama? Did you know that?
Michelle Hussein Obama. What was her first name? Or her maiden? Do you know?
It's Hussein.
Michelle Hussein Obama Hussein.
That's why they got married. They bonded over that. It's having a middle name that was Hussein in all capital letters.
They were cousins like the Roosevelts.
Yeah,
remember Hillary Clinton said she was like had wet dreams about Eleanor Roosevelt like in the 90s? Everyone was like shitting on her about it.
She is Eleanor, dude. She's Eleanor for a new generation.
I guess so.
She said she had wet dreams.
I don't think wet dreams.
I don't think Hillary Clinton said.
No, she didn't.
When I masturbate, I can tell ya, there's one thing I masturbate to.
FDR fucked, by the way, so much.
Yeah, well,
in the wheelchair?
So did Eleanor.
That's why he was in the wheelchair.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was gay.
Yeah.
Eleanor was sucking and fucking all over town.
She got around. She had a gal pal.
That's awesome.
The love
she had a
letters
huma.
are like very.
She had a guma.
Very sweet. Yeah, exactly. Guma. Yeah. But yeah.
Just one, or do you? Does it? This is.
I think it was like a long-term thing. There's a lot of people who sort of deny it. They're like, well, they could just be like really good friends.
Right.
And it's like, bitch.
Not
like,
with that.
Come on.
Yeah.
You read the letters. There's clearly like, I want to hold you. I want to like.
Right.
That's some serious lesbian poetry going on.
Totally. Eleanor had as
had
lesbian a face as you could have, I think. If you look back.
I don't remember what she looks like.
She looks like
a very
shit,
handsome
dude.
woman, dude.
Oh, Susan B. Anthony, Eleanor Roosevelt, Elizabeth Cady Stanton.
She was not a looker.
She was more of a butch.
Well, they're all like, I just
like
think
Sean
of I
Penn.
see a coin in my head
Yeah.
when I think of him.
I think she looks like Sean Penn with a wig on. I think that's what I would say.
Sean
Really?
Penn doesn't
Okay.
work as any gender.
Yeah.
He's got a hatchet
That's
face.
what I have in my head anyway. I don't know if that's accurate at all.
Yeah. Well, the bottom half of his mouth is very small, Sean Penn.
I didn't know that.
That's what makes his face look weird, I feel. Like he's got like a small, it's like his nose, and then from the bottom of his nose to his jaw, there's not much space.
You're right. No, he looks
Yeah.
like that guy that they would trot out for like Dare, who like did chew and had to get like part of his lower jaw removed, and they're like, "Don't do skull kids."
Yeah.
Like, that's Sean Penn.
Yeah. Like, did you ever see, I mean, I'm sure everyone saw Ebert before.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
We talked
yeah.
about this on the pod.
Did we?
Yeah.
We talked about Ebert. I don't know if we
On
talked
the pod?
about
I
it.
thought
We didn't talk about
his-
how bad he looked.
His
He
good
looked
We have a
fucked up
couple of
face.
topics. Look, the important thing with podcasting is you only cover a couple of things.
You gotta have
Harambe,
brand
Ebert.
consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His face was fucked up as hell.
Yeah.
And that
it
poor
looked bad, dude.
motherfucker almost had a. Didn't we talk
Yeah,
about this?
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all right, yeah. You're right.
That his body rejected
Rejected
the new
the
jaw.
jaw. Yeah. What a
So sad.
just shit deal.
Yeah.
Imagine having to fuck that dude like with that weird
Chaz did
mushy
it, dude.
face.
Yeah.
She
You think
grit.
a lot of doggy. You think? You think she's looking at him in the eye?
Oh god.
She's gotta be. She can't be looking at him, right? That'd be terrible. Nick, your thoughts?
On who?
Fucking Ebert.
Fucking Roger Ebert.
The wife? His wife?
Yeah.
I don't know his wife's name.
Chaz.
Chaz.
It's the black lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no, it's Sonny and Cher's.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know anything about her.
Yeah, no.
They
She's
seem
his
to
wife.
have a very mutually supportive and loving relationship.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. You guys should see that documentary.
I saw that one interview, the first interview he did with her when they gave him. He's like I'm trying out my new voice or whatever. But
Yeah.
all it is just like the Mac.
Right.
Yeah, the
text
Mac
to
talk.
speech program.
We've definitely talked
we
about
did.
this.
We talked about
I think
this.
it's
'Cause I
verbatim.
remember wanting to bring up.
You can just skip this.
I remember wanting to bring up George Lucas's fucking. It's like, you know what it is. It's like 110 degrees, and I can't. I'm having trouble thinking.
Really?
I
Let's
drank
talk
a bunch
about
of-
the Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I guess we
Let's
should
talk
talk
about that.
Anytime someone asks me about or says I'm on a group text with some friends and they keep talking about Pokemon, I'm like, guys, I'm just focusing on Black Lives Matters right now. So I don't really have.
But no, did you read about the Holocaust Museum?
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good.
And people
Yeah.
were going in to
There's-
catch Pokemon.
There's nothing but Meowths there. Just with the
Oh,
gold.
I mean, doesn't like
kind
Nintendo?
of halfway get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it won the Pulitzer. That thing. It's
Gold
good.
coins.
Good reference.
Was that a mouse reference?
No.
I don't
Meowth.
Oh, that's what I
Yeah.
thought it was.
No, Meowth is the Pokemon who hoards gold coins.
Oh, it was
I thought you
anti-Semitic.
meant
I
the
thought it was a
anti-Semitic.
reference to Mouse,
Oh.
Yeah.
the famous graphic
You know, it's
novel.
funny. There's like
I thought he was making a literary.
Yeah.
No. Although I did have to read that in high school.
they've released like 50 new Pokemon a year since like 1995. So there's probably a fucking Pokemon now that's like the Auschwitz victim because they ran out of shit. Some of them got like
you
really
run
crazy.
out of like shapes and things
Yeah.
to do. After a while, I wonder if they just start accidentally like inventing actual animals that exist in like Australia. And, like,
Yeah.
that's already
Well,
a
one of
thing.
them. I mean, they did that with like the first round of them because one of them is just a fucking cat.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or like a rat. But there's one that's just like a
Rat-a-tat.
set of keys.
Really?
Yeah, they like ran out of like Pokemon. There's one of them
so
that's just
bottom
like
of
a
the
keychain
barrel.
with fucking
That's
keys.
so
Yeah.
phoning it in. I respect whoever did that.
Yeah, no.
My
apparently-
friend's mom named the Pokemon.
We talked about this too.
Did we?
I think so.
No, I think we
Yeah, we
talked
did.
about it on the episode.
Oh, we talked
that
about
we
the one that we
disposed
deleted.
of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The lost episode.
The lost ep.
Which, in comparison, now looks like it would have been fine.
I think our standards at that
It
point
goes
were
so far.
so much
They've
higher.
gotten- yeah, we were like,
Yeah.
we didn't do any jokes. At one point, Adam didn't know what was going on, so we have to delete that one.
We should release it. See what happens. Sometime.
Yeah. No, we talked about that.
We're gonna release it as
For
a
Stavi's-
premium,
No, I
premium
deleted
For
it.
episode.
Stavi's Golden Angels.
$100,000.
If you donate $100,000, you can be one of Stavi's Golden Angels, and you get a DVD rip of that episode.
And a pair of underpants that Stav wore on a very hot day in New York
I
City.
literally will do that. If you donate $3, the
You
cost
also
of the
get
underwear.
a secret recording of me using all of the slurs both Dog the Bounty Hunter and Hulk Hogan
Hulk
used.
Hogan,
In
yeah.
case you ever want to blackmail me, you have that. It's the special blackmail package.
So yeah, donate.
But there's one I remember. I know there's one Pokemon that's it's just like a woman in blackface.
yeah. But it
Yeah,
also like
no, I heard about that, and I think that the name in Japanese is like
It's racist. I'm sure it's racist.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the N-word 5 times or whatever the character for the N-word is.
fuck. What was that one called?
Jinx.
It was something like
it was Jinx. Yeah,
you're
because
right.
I posted it on Twitter the other day. See, the problem is like I want to talk about Pokemon Go, but I've already like did all the jokes I could do
whatever. Dude.
online.
People like to hear it out of your
Yeah.
They want to
Yeah,
hear me
yeah.
say the
They
tweets.
do.
I-
Yeah, they
it's
literally.
really good.
It's got to be.
Literally
It's
do.
got to be spontaneous.
I just-
go through the
I
Nick
just
Mullen
want
video.
to see like someone taking a picture of like a crowd of teens at the Holocaust Museum. Like that's to me that's kind of beautiful.
Well, I remember going on a field trip to the Holocaust Museum in 8th grade and like trying to make my friends laugh with like fart noises. So I really don't think
Well, but
Pokemon
like this
Go is the
happens.
worst
I was
thing.
telling you, like this happens like every year. Some horrible, tasteless thing happens, and people get really upset. And last year, it was actually at Auschwitz, and it was like a record heat wave. So they set up these like misters for people to cool off on them.
Everyone got
And
mad.
People
Yeah.
got super mad.
Well, because the mist was fucking up
just-
everyone's iPhones while they were trying to play Pokemon Go.
I just love how like practical and German that is. Like they never thought twice. They're just like, well,
Right.
it's a really hot summer, and we want to make sure people don't overheat. And there are
Yeah.
a lot of senior citizens, and they
We
get
are originally
dehydrated. And
we were going to give out Haagen-Dazs, but everyone said that would be
Well, they
rude.
had like really
Danny-
compact air conditioning chambers that you would get into. But
Yeah.
yeah,
that
at
was
first.
efficient. Germans would be like, "What? It's the most efficient way to keep people cool."
Danny Green from the San Antonio Spurs took a selfie at the Holocaust Memorial in Germany. I sent it to you
It was
guys.
so
Yeah.
awesome.
Saw
Yeah, and
that
it
one.
said, "How to do it," or what is it?
Had to do it one time.
How to do it one time. Hashtag Holocaust.
So he knew it was wrong.
No,
knew
I
it was
think
wrong.
I think he
it was
was like
tone
trying
deaf.
to pay tribute in his own way.
Yeah, I think he
had
was
to
like,
do it for like one time for the victims.
Nah,
because
because
Yeah,
that girl did it before him. There was some girl that took the same exact picture that got in trouble for
Oh
it.
yeah,
Some,
but
like,
she was like
13-year-old girl.
14.
Yeah, it
or
was some
something.
14-year-old
It's like,
girl, and then people online were
People
like,
were
"You
so
fucking
mad."
despicable cunt! I'm gonna fucking rape you."
As if a 14-year-old isn't going to be an idiot. As if they're like not. As if they're going to understand. Like, I should really be reverent here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No,
No
people
child,
were really
yeah.
mad at her.
Well, and that's the other thing I don't understand about getting mad about the Pokemon Go at the Holocaust Museum. It's like kids do shitty things, and like.
That is
You
like
know,
the definition of
Like yeah,
childhood.
if you had Pokemon Go when you were like 13 and you were brought to the Holocaust
Absolutely.
Museum, you would be doing it. I mean,
Absolutely.
like Anne Frank was literally like making a diary during the actual Holocaust.
"How
Also, the stuff that she was
way-
writing about in that diary was just like, I would like to touch some boobs.
Yeah, right.
And they edited that out at my
Yeah.
high
No, I
school
remember
in
that
rural
part.
America.
I remember
they have
actually
a different
only that
edition.
part. That's the only part of the book
I
I
remember
remember.
when she got her
Part.
period too."
But I remember us having like it getting
Never read it.
banned at my high school, and I was like, "Oh, why?" Because like
You don't want
Holocaust
kids to
is,
fat.
like, they're like, "No, because it's kind of gay.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Oh,
gay."
damn.
Well, but really though, having a diary in those days was the same as playing Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah. I also remember like Justin Bieber saying like she probably would have been a believer, and like
yeah, that was
that's
great.
technically true.
Yeah,
like
he's
she
not
was
wrong.
a total teeny bopper. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having to like come to terms with the fact that like in the last year or so, like it's at the point now where Justin Bieber could probably kick my ass.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
you can.
For
Definitely.
years, it
He
was
takes like boxing lessons.
yeah,
too,
yeah,
like,
for years.
specifically.
Yeah, he goes to like the.
He's ripped and
He's on anabolic steroids.
Yeah.
No,
God
it
knows
was just
what drugs
that's
he's
kind
on.
of that's not cool.
How tall is he?
He's probably like
He's
6
5'3".
6 foot.
He's Danny DeVito's height.
Yeah, whatever.
People
whatever
are
numbers.
surprisingly short usually.
He's 1.1 DeVito's.
He's half a DeVito. Yeah, no, that's
You could
disappointing.
beat him up, dude.
I mean,
If
probably.
you tried.
Dude,
Nah,
you could
wouldn't.
totally.
Yeah, well,
beat up
'cause here's the
Bieber.
Yeah,
thing.
if you like threw broken glass in
Yeah,
his face. or
you
something.
can't lose that fight. You can't be the
True.
one guy, you know, because like even that's why Orlando Bloom had to beat the shit out of him because he's like, this is the one guy under me.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
What
I
was
think they
that?
fought like twice. They got into some. There was some
They kept
TMZ
fucking
thing.
each other's girlfriends, I think.
Yeah, well, no, there was some TMZ thing where they got into an argument at a restaurant, and then it's like TMZ, so it's like, and in the background, like Leonardo DiCaprio's there, and he's like cheering him on, and it's like, what the fuck is going
Well, no,
on?
I
in
heard
Hollywood?
that Leonardo DiCaprio just stole one of Bieber's like girls. It was pretty. That's nice to hear that someone.
Good for
can
him,
still
man. Good for the
swipe.
Pussy Posse.
That's right, the Pussy Posse.
I love when people. Do you know about the Pussy Posse?
Yeah,
Ever?
of course, yeah.
I love
Toby, the
search-
best.
Yeah.
No, that's
Who's the
why I know
third
about
one?
it specifically
Toby
because I was
Maguire.
like, really? Toby
Yeah.
Maguire?
Yeah,
Good for him.
Toby Maguire's got a hog. He's got a big fat one.
He's fucking lame pipe. I'll tell you what.
Well, I love searching for that on Twitter and seeing who's mad about the Pussy Posse. Because every day.
I love
there is
seeing
a-
like grown women being upset that
Yeah.
like Leonardo DiCaprio is dating like a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like, he's basically a pedophile. It's like, well, no, he
it's like
basically
an
isn't.
adult.
That's not.
There's a
there's
clear
no-
definition of what.
And also, like, it's not like if he didn't have millions of dollars, people would still be like, you know, ogling over his bloated old alky face
Yeah, yeah,
at this
yeah.
point.
Right.
Like, he hasn't aged well.
Right, no,
He's
not
gotten
at all.
puffy.
Wait, you know what? Here's how like how much money and fame he has. that last year they tried to make dad bod a thing,
Right.
so that people were getting pussy by accident because of Leonardo DiCaprio.
I don't think that. I mean, I think people like dad bod.
I don't think it fucking caught on the way they thought it would.
No, you can't like
It was-
make that happen.
sure.
But I think a lot of girls.
No, it didn't. No, it did not.
I think a lot of girls though, like suddenly were like, yeah, I'm kind of into chunky guys, and we're like, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw a lot of that on Tinder profiles, but my swipes did not.
Yeah, but you got
match up.
you
You
got
did
like
not
baby
find
bod.
purchase.
I've
You don't
got.
have dad
No,
bod.
I've got dad, but I've got like
You have newborn
over-the-hill
newborn
dad
insulin
bod.
problem baby bod.
Giant
dad
baby
bod.
bod.
Yeah.
Don't take dad bod from me, Nick.
You know who else loves dad bod? The comedy industry, guys. Not
Do
a
they?
lot of room for buff guys like me.
Is this the cross you want to bear?
I'm too buff. That's what they said.
That's the problem.
Lose the
Hell.
muscles, get a little
Yeah.
It's like
belly.
worse than being a woman in
Well,
Hollywood.
I don't know.
I'm
man.
so
Kevin
sorry.
Hart does
I'm
all
sorry.
right. Kevin Hart's jacked now.
Kevin Hart, yeah.
Well, you
Oh
can be
yeah,
jacked.
it's weird too.
Godfrey's pretty jacked.
You can be jacked.
What?
Yeah.
Ew.
Godfrey's
No,
jacked.
not Gilbert Godfrey. People don't like
Oh,
Godfrey.
okay, Godfrey, the black comedian.
Yeah.
Make seven
but
up
he's always
yours.
been jacked.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He played like football or something
Yeah.
in college.
Yeah, he
so
was a D1 football
Dave Chappelle
Now.
is maybe on steroids. Have you seen a picture of him recently?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like
Insane.
suddenly
It's crazy.
someone
His head
putting
looks
on
so
50
small
pounds
compared
It's
of muscle.
weird,
It
man.
creeps me out. man.
Insane.
The last time I saw,
And if you have a problem with that, Dave, come on the podcast.
we will fight Dave Chappelle on the podcast.
Fuck Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
I don't condone Adam's.
My favorite
Stance.
comedian of all time.
Yeah.
Like,
Who's your favorite comedian before you started doing comedy? I guess that's not
Dave.
fair because you started like at what 25 or
I
something.
started at 24, yeah.
Yeah. Mine was.
Why is that not fair?
Well, because like you have like discern. I mean, like my favorite comedian before I started doing comedy was Jim Brewer.
Oh, you mean like as a little kid?
Oh,
like,
as a kid?
before you knew anything.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Chris Rock and the music guy. I love that the guy that made the songs, the guitar guy, Stephen Lynch.
Stephen Lynch.
No,
like
narrow it down.
Mine was
I
Kevin
loved it.
Eubanks, the guitarist from
Yeah.
Jay Leno.
Yeah, I liked G.E. Smith, the ponytail guy from That's my favorite SNL cast member is G.E. Smith.
Alonzo Hamburger Jones,
Hamburger.
and Earthquake.
I loved
Actually-
Chris Kattan.
I watched a lot of
Really?
Comic View
Oh,
as
yeah.
a kid.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
I loved, yeah.
I
Do you wanna
thought
go
Chris
Comic
Kattan was
View first?
hilarious.
Chris Kattan, yeah, I loved Night at the Roxbury, dude. I fucking love
movie's
that movie.
funny.
That movie's
I fucking,
hilarious.
I know all
You're
about
the guy
it.
that saw that.
I fucking, I made my dad take me to the theaters to see it. I was like 13 or something like
I'll
that.
do you one better.
And
I
then-
made
But
my
he did that
father
with
take
Will
me to.
Ferrell, right?
Huh?
He did it with Will
Yeah,
Ferrell.
but that's
right?
the best part.
Like,
Will Ferrell was the
Will
sidekick
Ferrell went
to Chris
on
Kattan.
to- oh my god!
It's almost
I
like
never
a-
even thought about that.
Yeah, it's almost like a funny like time capsule moment. It was like in show business, there was a moment where Chris Kattan was the star,
Yeah.
and Will Ferrell was just like the doofy like you know, brother.
And then they have Richard Grieco in the movie, and then that's the joke is supposed to be that he's not famous anymore. I think.
yeah,
And then like now where's Chris Kattan?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Is he in that Ridiculous Six movie?
No,
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 he's
he's not.
I don't
friends
think
with
that
them.
was so fucking bad. That
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. Nick and I tried to.
Oh,
we're like,
really?
let's get high and watch Ridiculous.
Oh, I would
Six.
love to do that.
This is gonna be
guys. Come on.
hilarious. No, it's,
Yeah.
it's
It's
really.
that
It was Adam
depressing.
Sandler being like, "What if we make Blazing Saddles, but it's not funny anymore?" And then that's
I guess Sandler maybe when I was like
Sandler, that was
elementary
a
school.
huge-
His CDs were like
Hell yeah, dude.
fucking
Medium pace?
so important to me. Yeah,
you know who sucked? The kids that like Dennis Leary.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they
Oh,
like
the
Dennis
worst.
Leary CDs.
There
Yeah.
are kids
Yeah.
that liked Dennis Leary.
Yeah. Yes, I remember.
I'm an
being like, you know about
asshole.
that fucking asshole
Which,
song?
by the way, I think is a Louis bit. that
yeah.
he
It's a
stole.
Louis
Yeah.
bit that he stole, right, and made into a song.
But you know, whatever.
I think
Louis
I
talked about
recorded
it.
on a VCR the Mitch Hedberg Comedy Central special and watched that a lot.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was-
yeah.
What does Dennis Leary do now except pretend to be a firefighter?
Sex
Ford
and
trucks.
drugs
he
and
just-
rock and
does
roll.
He's on like
On
9 different
FX? Like,
firefighter shows.
Acting.
He's
jobs.
on a rock
Sex
and
and
roll
drugs
show
and rock
now.
and roll, also starring Robert Kelly. It's a very good show. You guys
Oh
should
yeah,
all
your
watch
dad's
it.
best friend.
My father's best friend.
Sorry, we're,
Um,
we're
no, he's
crossing
the
over
voice-
a bridge and
he's-
stop
yeah.
doesn't want to burn.
No,
Oh, that's right.
He's the
He
voice
did
of
voice
Ford
work.
Trucks.
And
Is he?
Ice Age.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
You're gonna
he's
say
Ford.
ISIS.
He's Ford.
He's the voice of ISIS.
And ISIS. And Ice Age. He's in Ice Age. Which there's a new Ice Age.
All right, he's doing great.
There's
Never
a
mind.
lot.
How
Yeah.
much money you think Tim Allen made off of Toy Story?
Oh, I don't.
6
Don't
billion.
tell me, please.
45 million.
Wait, so he ratted on
On all the other guys in
Yeah.
Toy Story.
everyone else.
They're all in jail for child pornography.
He ratted.
He dropped a dime.
Tim
on,
Allen was
on-
caught with 27 ounces
Tom
of child
Hanks.
pornography, and he ratted on all the other Toy
It was
Story
all
couples.
of the little boy
Chubble,
from
chubble,
what's the
chubble.
little boy?
Andy.
Andy, it
He
was
paid
all-
one of the animators to animate Andy.
Andy getting
animate Andy
getting
shoving buzz in his ass.
Yeah,
And
to
they,
infinity and
Yeah.
beyond, bro.
yeah, and that's what Tim Allen comes to. That's what where the noise comes from. The oh, row, 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 row. That was him being raised to jail. You know the Tim Allen story?
Him like getting arrested.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Yeah.
got
Oh, yeah, no, I
busted
know about
for
that,
how much
yeah.
coke was it? It was like 500
It was a
was
lot.
like an
dude. It was like
insane amount of
27.
coke.
It was like 27 ounces of cocaine.
of cocaine.
Yeah.
It was like
It wouldn't last a week with me, but it was a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you got that yay, though. Don't got white girl?
Yeah, and then he came up with Home Improvement while in jail.
in jail. That's his mind count.
That's
Yeah.
so great. I love how like
That's-
Malcolm X came up with the
Yeah,
political
yeah.
philosophy of
Yeah.
black liberation, and Tim Allen
Yeah.
came up with Home Improvement.
He's like, what if there was a guy with a beard that I belittle all the time, but he's smarter than me?
there's a neighbor. You,
don't
see
see
his
the
face.
bottom of his
Yeah.
face. Yeah.
Well, the reason the neighbor's in there, like why he's always like, well, Tim, the Thessalonians or whatever, while he's always like, quoting philosophy or whatever, is because Tim Allen was like a philosophy major. So if you read any like interviews
Oh my
with
god, that
him,
makes so much
he's like
sense.
dropping all this fucking like
Really?
irrelevant information to try and sound
To sound smart?
Yeah. So
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. Yeah. So
That
that's
ma-
why
no,
the,
that makes so
that's why
much
the
sense.
neighbor's in there. So it can be, it's like a wink to the audience, like, hey, I'm not dumb.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm secretly smart.
But
Yeah.
he loves hot rods and pork rinds.
Yeah.
He loved pork rinds, and then I tried pork rinds. As a little kid, I was like, "Oh, these must be the best snack ever." And then like they suck.
They suck, but they're good because they're it's all just like protein and fat.
I mean, I eat them now because they're just fried fat, and that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
I'm really at rock bottom. I just want to like
You
cut
want
the
a main
middleman
line?
out.
Yeah.
I eat them now because I'm incredibly depressed.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
disgusting.
because my life's bad. But like when I was a little kid, they were gross.
I just
You gotta
remember my
go cheat on
I'm more of a
grandfather eating them
Funyuns
when he was
girl.
when he was on Atkins. Funyuns are great.
Yeah, they hold up.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what if onions were fun?
Whoa, stop! I'm sold.
Holy shit, yo!
Yeah, I'll just blew your mind.
Oh my god, yo, that's where the fucking name Funyun come from.
Where do you get all your shirts? Stava's
Yeah,
the shirt
you-
king.
I love
Have-
shirts.
The shirt. Well, good.
Is that a
Like if you
Pixies
wore
shirt?
if you wore a shirt in the pool, I would be like, that's probably a style choice. You'd be like the one guy.
No,
Where I'd
you
be
know
like,
I love
that's a
to
style
flex.
thing.
You know I love to flex these titties.
Yeah, of course. I took pictures of you naked last week.
That's right. We were
On that
the
roof,
fucking-
that beautiful sunset.
That was a beautiful sunset.
Yeah.
We got to go back up and
That
get
sounds
one.
like a bit we're doing, but it's real. I took a bunch of naked pictures of
100%.
Stav on
I do. I follow some on
on,
Instagram.
on
4th of
Peter
July.
Booth's rooftop.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, we got more guys. Don't worry. They'll be playing nudity at Stavi, baby.
What's the next holiday that you're gonna do?
I don't know.
when Hillary Clinton wins?
Yeah.
You got a good one for that?
That's me hanging myself. Because it's the
Bro.
end of civilization as we know it, guys.
1 million dead Iraqis. One
It's me on a drone naked. It's me getting dropped on the fucking...
on Yemen.
Yeah.
They have advertisements in the subway now for like your own personal drone.
I know, it's
And
fucked.
it's,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
almost like a Minority Report feel to it, where that just seems
It's fucked.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think most of it is surveillance, but it's
It has a camera built into it.
really ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
very
even
extreme
regardless,
sports.
it's just like, what kind of a dickhead neighbor are you to like
Tim
live
Allen.
in an urban area and be like, I'm gonna have something fly in these like
Right.
tight streets where people are walking and trying like with every bit of energy they have not to murder their neighbors.
I would do it if you could attach an air horn to it and use it to fuck with people.
Dude,
Well,
also, I love how
they have drones. Police departments have killed people with drones. Sort of like they killed the guy in Dallas with
Yeah.
the fucking robot. They have now drones you can fly into
Yeah.
people's heads and kill them with.
But I mean, what could go
What, just
wrong?
like bang into them?
Yeah,
It's really.
That's
they
a
put
real-
a brick
that-
at
that
the end of
shit's
it.
real.
There's no good.
That shit is real now.
No, they didn't have a bomb robot. They had like a bomb
That they strapped
disposal robot.
I know.
That they just put a bomb on and drove it up to him.
I know.
So it's like
They repurpose.
they repurpose the
That
thing,
could
but
just
people are
be-
like, "Oh, well, this is drone strikes." I mean, no, I don't understand how that's any different from actually being able to get a sniper on him and shooting him. It's not like it's a
Oh, yeah.
specific device designed to go fucking bomb people remotely. It was a repurposed thing for one specific event. Police departments have used bombs before.
It's a repurpose. They got
Yeah.
it on Etsy, actually.
It's just
Yeah.
it's just a fucking Tonka truck with a bomb taped onto it. It's
Yeah.
one of those
It's
like
one of their
remote
Well,
control.
it might as well
Yeah.
have been.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't understand.
It's
why
not
people
as
are mad about
ominous
it.
as something with like that can fly that has like GPS.
Where did the
capabilities.
Dallas Police Department get a fucking bomb from, though?
From the FBI, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they use C4.
That makes sense. They don't have like a bomb guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
if
like-
they're in Dallas, they could probably just like look for a guy not wearing a shirt that's
Yeah.
buying a whole bunch of liquid plumber and be
That's
like,
true.
"Hey,
Yeah.
I want a damn bomb.
I think they should just set a fire to the building, the way it used to be. Like when the
The
sheriff
old
would get a
days.
posse together,
hey, what?"
and they'd be like, "Come on out, we're setting the barn on fire." That's how they got what's his name, the guy that killed Lincoln. Who didn't they set a
Booth.
barn on fire and then he jumped out and he fucked up
Broke
his
his-
leg
broke
and
his
then
leg.
he ran like.
And then some doctor who he didn't know what was going on fucking healed his leg, and then they killed that doctor too. That poor asshole was
Oh,
just
but
like,
that's what doctors have
yeah,
to do.
he literally, that's the Hippocratic Oath. You
Yeah.
have to
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
do
yeah.
it. And
My
they just
favorite-
killed him.
My favorite thing about Booth was that he was an actor.
Yeah.
Well, you know his crew. They're like the 9 other people involved in that conspiracy to kill
Yeah,
Lincoln
yeah.
or whatever. One of them was just legitimately a
improvers?
retarded guy. And you know how fucking retarded you had to be considered like
In
retarded?
those days,
Yeah.
you had to be super.
Oh shit! I think Kurt actually does a bit about that.
Really?
Yeah, he does something about how the average IQ was like less than fucking 100 or something. So we should have had him on
Yeah.
instead
That would've
of
been great.
me accidentally doing his bits.
Let's just
But yeah,
do
one
his
of the guys
bits.
was actually retarded in that like.
And didn't none of them like actually kill anyone else? Like he was the only one or something like
yeah,
that?
he was the only one.
Yeah, I don't think they were a particularly efficient conspiracy.
How is it
Yeah.
that the guy who kills
he was
the
just
president?
like really motivated.
Yeah. Because he wasn't in that play. He
Yeah.
was just mad he didn't get cast in that play.
I think too. Like
It's true.
I remember
They should have
reading.
let him in that play.
He made it to like Southern Maryland, and he was like holed up in somebody's bar or barn. And then he read the news like a couple days later, and it's like nation mourns the loss of like the president. And he was like, I thought people would be happy about that. Like, he really was like upset that people weren't like calling him a hero. He really
Oh,
thought
wow.
that, yeah.
Really misjudged the room. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why he wasn't a successful actor.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite assassination guy?
Sirhan.
Sirhan.
Such a
Yeah.
Good one.
Really? I liked the Charlie Thibault who did Garfield.
He killed Garfield.
Who killed
Yeah.
Garfield? What
Shout
about
out.
Jim
Odie?
Davis. He ended Jim Davis's reign of
But
terror.
there's a Johnny Cash song about it, and I probably
yeah?
would not know about the assassination of, or well, about the shooting of.
Oh,
President
right. They tried to
Garfield.
get him.
He took he was like in the hospital for a very long time.
Well, his doctors basically killed him.
yeah,
Garfield?
they were not good at medicine.
they did all this fucked
Yeah,
up
what
shit.
even was
if they had
medicine
just
then?
if they
They
had
just
just
like
not
threw leeches on him.
yeah,
Yeah.
if they had just not done anything to his gunshot wound, he might have recovered. But they were like putting shit in it, and then they literally gave him a whiskey enema. They like poured whiskey into his asshole to save
Yeah,
him.
They were way into enemas.
They, like-
They're into enemas and bleeding because they're like, oh, there's bad blood. we have
Bad
to get
blood.
that out.
yeah.
That was the doctor. That was like, how do you even become a doctor? You just like say you're the doctor.
Yeah,
It's a-
pretty
you're
much.
You buy a white shirt.
Yeah. It was you had to know how to read. It was just it used to be a thing. Like Lincoln was like a country lawyer.
Right.
They didn't have like I don't think they had bar examinations. It was just you're like, well, I read the book, and then
Yeah.
you could just be a lawyer.
Yeah, he worked. Yeah,
So
you
was
had
he
to
like a correspondence course? Like, is it like the equivalent of like?
I think it was more like you're an intern, and then like once you've like
Okay.
You're a.
I was
Whatever
hoping
it
it wasn't like Arizona State or something where he was like.
Yeah, Phoenix University.
Yeah, that's it.
He went to DeVry.
I just can't believe Garfield was the president.
Yeah.
You missed that?
He outlawed Mondays.
The 6-day week.
The subsidized lasagna.
Yeah. All the fucking corn subsidies went to lasagna.
Could be
To
worse.
Stofers.
Well, I guess we should take a break.
Little break. That was
Yeah.
That was.
It's got to be a quick one because we both got spots we got to rush to.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay, Explosive Impact is basically going to be a line of videos that I'm going to be doing on basically rants. And if you don't know who I am, I'm formerly known as Dragon Kid. And the reason why I closed that account on YouTube is because I used it as a ghost account. Anyway, first on the charges for Explosive Impact. Hackers. Everyone's hated to deal with these cocksuckers. You know? And I've been hacked by at least 60 of them over the past 5 years, ever since I've heard the internet back in 2002. You know? Because of either something I said by accident when I was talking to one of my friends online, the look of an avatar I had on a website, or they were just bored. I had to deal with the same bullshit on the current. I still have to deal with the same cocksuckers on another chat site I'm on. Gaia. The last chat site I was ever on was friggin' Garfield, and I've been hacked 45 times on that shit. Accounts and my computer. Just because of something I said. And also my avatar looked like shit. I know. Can I ask you fucking idiots? What the fuck is up your asses when you decide to hack someone's computer despite the fact you know that you can go to jail for this shit? And, you know, 456 viruses at the least I've suffered because of you fucking morons. Over the past 5 years. And what sick pleasure do you fucking asshats have when you decide to piss off someone by hacking into their computer and fuck around with their computer or an account that they have on a website? It's total. What? I mean, and I also have the same problem with you hack threateners. Same first question I asked. Why would you risk jail just because of what someone said in a video or something that person said in a chat site? Why would you? Oh yeah. Next on the friggin' charges for Explosive Impact. I just had an assembly on this exact same bullshit night, and I almost vomited. At Twin Lake Secondary School. If you go to that school, you probably feel the same way. Cyber bullies. You know? I've had to leave like 50 chat sites just because of this bullshit. Because someone's trying to ruin their reputation just because I said something, or if I didn't give 400,000 big cash, or the 400,000 website cash for their avatar, or whatever. Again, referring to the chat sites I was on. And then again, and also death threats I'm constantly hearing, directed on other people that didn't do shit. You know? And also threats to females of death if they didn't friggin' post naked on a webcam, you know? I got 2 questions for you assholes as well. Why would you make someone's life worse than yours online? Or try to ruin another person's reputation? Why, to increase yours? No, you're just trying to decrease yours, and also you're looking like a complete asshole. You know? And also, if I recall correctly, you can go to jail for 5 years in jail for this bullshit. And another question to you dickheads. Do you have the exact same sick pleasure of doing this shit for no reason as hackers? If you do, please post, and I will sure as hell report your ass to the cops. Okay? I promise you, anyone that admits to cyberbullying and loves to do it for pleasure, please post on this video so I'll track your ass down. Okay? And that's all I have to say to you dickheads. For now, this is Jedi and Kazama logging out for now.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
What were we talking about during the break? We talked about a lot of good shit. We had a bunch of great jokes that'll be part of that
guys.
deleted episode.
Yeah.
If you become one of Stavi's platinum or golden angels on Patreon, we should set up levels. We should do actual things.
We already have one. If it gets to
Really?
$1,000, we're buying you hormones. I'm serious. Did you not even check the page? You shared it without checking it.
I checked it, but I thought that was kind of like a bit. Do I actually have to get hormones?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know how much hormones cost.
Probably more than 1,000, I'm guessing, right?
I watched the surgery of how they make a dick.
Uh-huh.
I actually just watched the how it's made.
I went to the WikiHow and it was illustrated.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, those are so good.
They're so great. I want to meet the person that draws them.
Yeah. Well, I
Did
think
you see the
it's-
one to plan a family trip to Disneyland?
No.
It's like
Oh,
nightmarish.
There's-
It's like more
Oh,
horrible
fuck.
than any like Ralph Steadman
Yeah.
like art I've ever seen.
My favorite one is how to be dark. It's like how to have like a dark personality, and it's like
It's like for goth kids.
yeah. It's like basically how to be a goth,
Yes.
but it's how to be dark, and it's like say sarcastic things all the time.
Oh, my God.
It's just like a group of people, and then
That's
one guy with
incredible.
purple hair, and people aren't talking to him. One of them is like one of them is just one of the steps is do things your own way, and it's this like fey hand, just up close like limp wristed hand.
I love that. Yeah, there's like clearly a euphemism. Like when in Indiana, whenever there's like a feminine kid and like men wanted to be like not homophobic and supportive of it, but maybe like couldn't accept that like their boy's a little marzipan man. They'd be like, "Well, he's really artistic. Like he didn't do any art or anything. It was just
He's
like
a real weird guy.
yeah,
Pretty funny. They're pretty funny over
do
there.
things your own way."
Yeah. Well, I guess why don't we? What do you have going on? I know we're like wasting this guest.
Yeah. You're much smarter
I
than
mean, I
all
guess
of
you're
us.
here every week.
I don't
so.
really. Yeah, I'm here. I don't have a lot going on. I
No, I didn't mean like that. I mean like
you
you know.
smacked down that professor, man.
Oh,
You beat
yeah.
You beat up a professor?
Well, I know
beat up
how invested your listeners are in Marxist feminist economics.
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's like
And-
every single one of
Yeah.
That's
them.
all the tweets I get.
So, if you're picking up the Boston Review anytime soon, I have a materialist feminist theory of misogyny in response to Professor Kate Mann's recent essay about Trump, and it's. I'm not making this up, but it is real.
First of all, Kate Mann, okay?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's like, why should I even listen to a word she has to say?
I'm with you. Fuck
Stupid.
her.
So what'd she say? Was it dumb? Let's beat her up, dude.
Yeah. She
beat her
was
up.
like, men hate women because of like weird resentment, and that the enforcing arm of you don't actually want to hear about this.
You know who's the listener of our podcast? Judith Butler. You know that? Have you ever tried to
even
read
know.
that?
Who the
Yeah.
fuck we're talking
Oh
about?
my
I
god.
don't know.
It's
There's
real
this,
boring.
The
Wait,
like
my
the
And-
the president of like academic queer theory and like modern.
The president?
Do you read,
Basically,
is that
like
an
the
So-
main
like
one.
so it's you?
performativity?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
it is.
you.
It's you because you're
It's you 'cause you're fucking
gay
queer?
bitch.
No,
Look,
like
we
I
have a
remember-
specific tone to this show, and you're really fucking it up for us, man.
Adam, stop.
I tried to read it.
Yeah,
in
why
college.
did you ask me this question, Nick? For Christ's
I
sake.
don't know, because I'm like I'm
do
burning
this.
up. My fucking
well,
brain
I'd
is
like
melting.
to talk about Marxist feminist Shulamith Firestone for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's about filling that time, baby.
Oh, we're filling that void, bitch.
I have I have an advice column for the Baffler that's more interesting.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk
Yeah,
about
what's a
that.
good question?
Recently, the one that's gonna run tomorrow is someone asking what they should do because they think that their older friends think that they're immature, but he's not really close to these friends, but they're like, you know, maybe telling his other friends, and I had to be like, you're like 22 and like this is not your problem is not a problem. Like I had to be like, this is in the gentlest way possible, like this is boring and you should not care about this. And
He sounds immature.
yeah, I was just like, appropriately immature for his age.
He sounds like
I
he's
think.
playing Pokemon Go at the Holocaust Museum, if you ask me.
I got
Callback.
to drop in Pokemon
Yeah.
into the answer too.
Everyone I know playing Pokemon right now is 30. I'm not lying.
Well, that's like age appropriate. It's also the
Is it
same
like-
people
Yeah.
going to see the
90s?
Ghostbusters
I never
movie or
played
not
it,
going
but
to see it.
someone, like, people were like mad about it. They're like, "Why are you playing a child's game?" And then I was like, "Okay, well now I'm downloading it."
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like
yeah.
just out of resentment for people who hate fun.
Yeah, that's stupid to like be mad
Yeah,
at people for playing a game.
yeah.
But you know what else is stupid? Not paying respect to the Black Lives Matters movement. And
Yeah.
that's
That's
what
the hot
you're
take.
doing.
Well, that's what
by-
you're doing by going to see Lady Ghostbusters.
It is
You're basically saying Black lives don't matter.
I'm
if you
seeing
go see
Lady
it this week.
Ghostbusters on Thursday.
Oh,
The
yeah.
reviews for it are
Yeah.
sort of mixed.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Really?
Like-
Yeah.
I
I
have not heard that.
don't think it's going to be good, but I'm going to be on another podcast to talk about it as
Oh.
the other requisite feminist.
I'm really excited for Lady Independence Day.
gonna
I'm
be
sure
good.
there's women in it. So they got a girl, Will Smith.
They do.
Yeah.
It's played
Zendaya.
by his wife,
Jada Pink.
Jada Pink.
Jada.
Why wouldn't they just have
the-
Willow
yeah.
do it?
Stink.
Oh my
He has
God!
the
Yeah.
daughter. He has Willow Smith.
Willow.
We
Yeah.
all before we said it, we all locked eyes and smiled before we said Jada doing the pink.
One in the stink.
Damn, I love being smart as hell.
Ooh, ooh. I just really like being around my peers.
Yeah, intellectually. Intellectually, we'll try and slow it down for you.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you got? You know.
Yeah, Nick, do you want to see? Do you want to see the Lady Ghostbusters movie with me? I have to see it for a podcast.
I wanna see the
then.
pets.
I have
The
to go.
Pets
I'm
one.
going to it on Friday. I get invited to it on Friday. I mean,
Okay.
I can't.
You
I,
got invited.
You got
yeah,
invited?
Yeah. Scott Chaplin invited
I don't
me.
want to see it
Oh,
alone.
shit. That's fun.
Well, Scott Chaplin invited me, and I know the people. He's going with people that are like, we're going to it to have a problem with the movie.
I'm trying to go into it with
Yeah.
an
Oh,
open
damn, I kinda
mind, but
wanna
it's
go
just
now.
it's like so clearly like pandering. Like
Yeah.
did you guys see the BuzzFeed thing that was like 10 ways you can support Lady Ghostbusters? Now I just call it Lady Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Well, and like
That is the
it's like
official
they're
title.
treating it like go seeing a movie. I'm not sure if it was a sponsored post or not, but they're like, oh, this is like, you know, sitting at a lunch counter in Alabama
Right,
in
right,
1963.
right, right.
It
Like
is.
no, it's seeing a fucking movie.
It's exactly
The only thing about it, that bothered me is that, like, first of all, I thought it came out like 7 months ago.
No, because people have been losing their shit over it, and it's like this
Yeah.
weird cultural. It's like the benchmark for like what kind of a person are you? How do you feel?
But who even is losing?
I think,
their
yeah,
shit?
I think a lot of that is PR shit.
Is the-
It's like,
No. I know women. Some of them are losing their shit over Lady
Like,
Ghostbusters.
oh no, you mean like in the positive sense?
Oh, I thought like,
Like,
the
are excited
bros
about it.
that have a problem
Yeah,
with
we're-
it.
Oh,
I think
no, no,
that's
no.
overblown.
I
yeah,
see
no,
so
that's a
many people-
total. It's a false flag. Is
Yeah.
what it is.
Exactly.
I think it's like 12 guys on Reddit. I don't
Right.
think that's like.
Who
Yeah,
aren't right
no,
about
there's-
anything else.
There's
Yeah, yeah.
no
Kinda like
real
the Star Wars
backlash,
thing.
but like there's like this kind of sort of reactionary feminist response to it is like, no, it's gonna be so good. It's like, it's probably not, man. It's probably gonna be pretty bad.
Yeah,
Man,
like
as much as people complain about like baby boomers, they didn't have to like reboot fucking everything.
right.
Like really, all it was Sha Na Na, and that was it. That was the only fucking thing that they did. Where they're like, let's bring this back, and they were like, no, don't do that. And they're like, okay, and then they just made new shit, and it was all good.
Yeah,
Do you know the Pets movie that just came out is the highest grossing opening for an original idea? Like something that is not an adaptation or a reboot.
How is that an original idea? I guarantee
Because
you
it's
the same
Toy
story as Toy Story.
Yeah, it's Toy Story
It's
with
fucking
Yeah.
Toy Story with
dogs.
dog,
Yeah.
which is less imaginative than Toy Story.
yeah.
Those are inanimate objects.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
And they actually did it before with the Little Toaster movie, which was inanimate
Oh,
objects
that was
before.
Good as shit.
That movie was
And
great.
That was fucking dark.
That movie was dark
Yeah,
as
it's
shit.
bleak.
There's a song in that movie called "You're Worthless."
Yeah.
It's called like "Worthless," where there's like trapped in like a junkyard and all these cars are being destroyed, and they're singing about like
That's
how they had
fucked.
purpose in life,
Yeah.
but now they're dying.
And they're dying.
No, I had a
like in real time.
I had a friend who she's Irish and like
was
she'd
the
never
headline.
seen it before, and she was like, oh, I'm watching this American cartoon. What did they raise you on?
Yeah, it
like
was
this
fucked.
is dark as hell.
But everything the Irish produce is incredibly
dark
fucking
as hell.
depressing.
Angela's Ashes.
Angela's Ashes?
is like the most.
But I
depressing
think
thing.
Irish
Yeah.
people kind of hate Angela's Ashes. Like they think it's like schmaltzy crap.
Really?
Like,
There was
yeah.
some Irish movie
At
that
least
porn,
that's the people.
sadness
Yeah.
porn.
there was
yeah.
some. I was looking at like Michael Madsen's fucking IMDb like 6 years ago, and like
This is a great story.
yeah, well, the last thing he was in at the time was some like Irish movie where he's like. He plays a boxer who, like, he beat his best friend to death, like, by accident or whatever.
You know how
And
that
that's, like,
happens.
the first scene in the movie. Where do we go from here?
In my
And then everyone
neighborhood,
gets cancer.
in my neighborhood, you had to fight your way out, and that's when I started fighting.
You want to fight?
You ever see that documentary about that gypsy fighter? The Irish gypsy fighter?
Snatch?
There was this guy that's like, they have these, like, Irish gypsies. He's
Yeah,
like,
the bare knuckle.
The bare
Yeah.
knuckle guys,
Yeah.
yeah. And there's this one dude that's just all he does is just bare knuckle fights, but he like beat up a bunch of wolves one time. There's like a time where like a whole town was after him, and he had to like beat up everyone in the town.
Do you remember when they made that movie with Liam Neeson? They're like, he's gonna punch a wolf, and then everyone saw it, and he's like, he doesn't actually punch a wolf in the movie.
Oh, the
what
Gray.
The
right?
Gray,
what
yeah.
a fucking
He was.
piece
Yeah,
of
you
shit.
thought he was gonna fight wolves, but I don't think.
He makes
doesn't
so
actually
many
punch-
good
You wanted
movies.
him to punch a wolf.
That's what the trailer said. Is that in this movie
I
he's
would have loved to see him
gonna punch a wolf?
He makes a lot of good movies, and he also has pissed his pants in public numerous times.
Really?
There's like several photos. on-
Depardieu pees his pants all the time.
Depardieu.
I mean, the weight on Depardieu's bladder, if he wasn't incontinent, it would be like a miracle.
I don't know what's going on down there.
Lack of the Muslims. That's my Depardieu.
That's your trade-off: is you get famous, but then you just pee yourself a little bit all the time. and
Would
people
you
catch
do
it.
that?
Yeah.
I
Remember,
feel- I feel like I'm destined for that anyway. I have to piss every 45 minutes, so.
I was saying that the other day. Is like, I feel like all pretty. I know Adam shit his pants like twice in the last 2 years.
Twice in today.
Yeah. No, I mean one time in my car. You shit your pants in my car.
I more puked my face in your
But
car.
Yeah,
you
okay.
let a little shit come out.
Yeah.
There was a little poop that came out. I had food poisoning.
It counts.
A lot of my friends, a lot of my adult friends have shit themselves in adulthood. I don't know anyone that's accidentally pissed themselves. It doesn't happen.
'Cause
Which
you
is
always
the
pull
less
your dick out and piss on the sidewalk.
sure, but it's the
I
less
know
serious
people
one.
who have like pissed themselves getting like drunk, like passed out.
I've never done that.
Really?
Never once. I pissed in my car one time, but I like was conscious enough to pull down my pants and then piss all over the floor of the car.
Oh, that's better.
One time, my roommate in college got up in the middle of the night, fucking pulled out his dresser, stood up like,
Oh, yeah.
and then put his clothes in from a
Yeah.
hamper and then pissed on it.
No,
It was
I know
one of the
someone who did that with the
funniest
dryer.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, I did that all over my my laptop one time. I like woke up in
They,
the
like-
middle of the night
It's
and
like you're drunk and you understand there's a thing that you have
Yeah.
to lift and like
yeah. No, I started pissing on my laptop. I was like, "Oh, no, that's not right." And then I walked over to the corner of the room and started pissing on a sewing machine.
I did see
Sewing
someone
machine, bitch.
Yeah.
my friend Dan wake up,
Gay guy.
not even totally wake up and walk over to an oscillating fan. and piss in it.
That probably sounded cool.
Was it going? That'd be awesome.
I left the room. Yeah, no, it was going.
Oh, I would love to
Yeah,
watch that.
I left the room and I got in my car and I didn't come back.
There's this.
You know what I love? You know what I love in like airplane when somebody's like, the shit's about to hit the fan, and then like shit actually hits a fan
Yeah.
and flies
That's
around.
comedy gold.
And it's like,
That is
like
funny.
they just put everything in there that they could. Like
Yeah.
no effort to edit or
Fuck
maybe like a better joke would work here.
No,
You know what I was talking about the other day? You know what I think would be funny? Do you remember OJ's character in the Naked Gun movies? Was
Yeah.
it Klutz?
Yeah.
That was, so I was just imagining him in
together.
jail, just like tripping over things.
Yeah.
Knives flipping all over
That's
the
how you
place.
accidentally killed Nicole.
That's how he accidentally
Whoa.
killed his wife. He was like holding flowers and then like some sort of series
Let me
like
clip the ends here. Get
Really
some
tragic.
Rube Goldberg sequence of events led to the death of Nicole Brown Simpson.
Yeah, the whole time that like that Looney Tunes like bum 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 ba da ba da bum bum like that song's playing.
They didn't even fucking mention Leslie Nielsen in that 5-part documentary series. Throw it in the trash.
What
if you ask
5-part
me.
documentary
They
series?
The
mentioned
OJ.
Naked Gun.
The OJ. We had to have
Yeah.
we had the show and now there's a documentary.
The documentary's good
because
as
we
hell,
have to
though.
reboot OJ
he's-
too.
He's the new Steve Jobs. It's just got to have like a lot of bios on him. Very significant figure.
When are we gonna have a lady OJ? You know,
Kanye said Kim.
when
Kill him.
should Serena or Venus murder her wife, her white wife? One of them.
Drake? If Serena killed Drake, that would be female OJ.
Serena's the GOAT, man. She's the best athlete ever.
Oh my God! Shut up! Stop trying.
Dude, that's my take, dude. I wrote that in the Boston Review this month.
Here's my
just
Boston
overly-
review. It stinks. Yankees. Hey.
Go Sox.
Okay. All right. Jesus fucking
and
Christ.
strong.
we were
Are they
doing
still
some good
strong? I think that's expired now. I think people are back to disliking Boston.
Boston's
Because
strong.
when
I
the Boston
think so.
bombing happened, Boston is like, as a city, is like the police. Where,
Yeah.
you know, like after Dallas, they
It's
got
a
a couple
city
of
of
days
cops.
of sympathy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so after that, Boston had a little bit of it, but that's not going to continue. People went back to hating Boston just like they hate the police.
Every time I go there, I'm like, this is the most unattractive city. And I'm from like an ugly place where people are like unattractive.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you move to New York and you're like, oh, people are so good looking.
Yeah.
Right.
And like, and I realize it's kind of like that in like most cities, but like Boston has the ugliest, most miserable fucking people
You're
in
talking
it.
people.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like like how they're all racist?
I mean, they're ugly on the inside, yes.
Yeah.
But like also
You're
just,
just
I mean, it's
talking-
like the winter or something, and they
Yeah,
just
beaten
become like,
down.
yeah, they're just beaten down, and they just like scowl, and it becomes a part of their soul.
I was like blown away by how less racist the South is than the Northeast when I moved to the South.
In what ways?
It's
You
just
lived in Austin.
yeah,
though.
but I mean, even if you go outside of that and go around like Texas and the South, I mean, I've performed plenty in the South. And like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Normally they're
I assume
less
because there are
racist
like
than-
less black people in
yeah,
Texas.
it's all segregated. I mean, it's all like
every
you know,
American city is segregated.
Yeah, but not like it is in the South. It's
Except for America. Except for New York.
yeah,
New York's
Queens,
like-
baby Astoria.
DC's pretty integrated too.
No, it's not. Dude,
No,
we're
it's not.
literally pushing them out.
Yeah, but I feel like it wasn't like that like 8-9 years ago.
It was chocolate. I mean, it was
Yeah.
75% black
Yeah.
like 15 years ago or something crazy.
Baltimore's
like that.
super segregated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, in the South, it's like there's a dividing line. I mean, Detroit's the same way, where you have, like, one road where, you know, like, I remember being in a restaurant, like, a block north of, like, 8 Mile Road, and me and my friend went in there, and they advertised, like, fucking Coney dogs all over
Yeah, that's
Detroit.
a Detroit.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's
Coney,
weird.
like Jim's
Yeah.
Coney Island. There's all these places like Dan's Coney Island or whatever.
What's that all about?
Well, that's what I
It's
did.
the
I went to that
diner
diner
thing.
after seeing it a million times. I was like, "What the
Got,
fuck
like,
is a
chili on
Coney
them.
dog?" And I said that, and these like 3 old white guys were like, oh man, you don't know what a coney dog is. Like, let me tell you, it's got you know. And he
No,
starts
I don't
explaining.
know
He's like,
about
it's
your
a,
terrible depression.
yeah,
food.
he's like, it's a hot dog, and it's got chili on it. So I was like, oh, so it's a chili dog? He's like, nah, it's different. It's got onions. I'm like, that's a chili dog. He's like, and cheese.
It's a
I'm like,
chili
you guys
dog.
got nothing.
Yeah.
You guys got nothing at all here.
And you named
Yeah.
it a different place.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a
Right.
Detroit dog.
Well, then we start talking to him, and like the guy's like, well, right now you're in like Warren, but you see that's like 8 Mile Road. You do not want to go south of there. And like we had like driven north from there, and he's like, it's filled with black people. You know?
In Canada, they have a chain called Boston Pizza, which is like like an American city that has no pizza, like
Yeah.
no signature
Boston pizza?
pizza. Yeah.
That's insane.
That is
It's just a really racist pizza.
I feel like the racism in the Northeast, though, it's more, you know, maybe it's not like holding prejudices or, you know, being, or, you know, or like,
I mean, it's pretty
holding on to stereotypes. It's because
hostile here.
Yeah, well, it is. It's because you're like, people are so butted up against each other. So you're more likely to hear probably racial slurs here, but there's not as much of, I'd say,
structural.
yeah, that structural racism you see in the South, which is like, oh, that's from when these people used to clean your
Well,
house.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, a black person can't be mayor.
Yeah, right.
That's the
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of racism in the South. where it's
Right, exactly. Whereas
Like, but
in,
they'll be really kind to to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
I'm
I don't
from
know.
Indiana, and it's like the South of the Midwest.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we revived the KKK after
the
it was
headquarters are
gone.
there.
We're like, yeah, huh?
the headquarters
You
of the
rebooted,
Klan are in
that's a
KKK.
reboot.
Yeah, we're not even creative. It's really different. We're the Lady Ghostbusters of racism.
Does Mike Pence want to be Veep?
I hope not.
Adam, stop knowing.
Sorry. Guys, you want to hear? This is something I heard this weekend. I walked in, or 2 weekends ago, I walked in on a room where there was a group of people doing cocaine, and the
love it.
first thing I heard in that room was this guy saying, bro, Staten Island smokes the most weed. All right?
You've been holding on to that this whole time.
This whole time. And then I was like, oh, maybe because it's like the islands, you know, like
Yeah.
Staten Island. Like, we smoke the most weed. Staten Island, the most airy borough.
Staten Island has its own hashtag now.
so?
Yeah, best value borough. Hashtag best value borough.
Really?
Oh,
They've got
man,
those all over
that's
the Staten
terrible.
Island ferry.
That's terrible.
They've got their own
It's the
hashtag.
borough in like the white box with the black lettering that says "Still technically New York."
Yeah.
How annoying would it be to live there? It would be fucking brutal, right?
Everyone
Hang
I
out
know
with the
from
Wu-Tang
there
Clan
hates
all
it.
day long, dude.
Everyone I
Pretty
know
cool.
from there hates it.
They hate
You
it?
have to
Yeah.
take the ferry, right?
Yeah.
Is everyone there a firefighter?
There's a lot
Everyone's
of cops.
union.
Yeah, everyone's either eating a sandwich or they're a firefighter. Yeah, I'm
That
in the
doesn't
sandwich
sound so
union.
bad.
Nick and I went to Staten Island when I first moved here to see the Staten Island Yankees.
Yeah,
And
I'd go.
did we tell this on the podcast?
I think so. JP Sportman.
JP.
You
No,
guys
we
have
didn't.
4
We didn't.
stories.
We've been talking
Yeah,
about
pretty much. I mean,
We didn't tell this on the podcast.
No. We just talked.
We
about
told
it
Felix
recently.
about this.
Yeah.
recently.
oh yeah,
Okay.
Basically, we were like, the Staten Island Yankees play. They're the single A team for the Staten Island, or for the Yankees organization. And basically, you could just go up and sit like right up front.
You sit in the dugout.
And there was a guy on the other team, the Vermont River Monsters. And they're like coming up next to the stadium announcer's like, shortstop, JP Sportman. And so Nick and I were just, woo!
Sportman.
Sportman!
yeah. You gotta
Sportman!
That's an alien who fucking.
There was
came in.
some-
Yeah, they're really phoning in the River Monsters?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not.
The
That's not a thing at
Burlington River Monsters?
Yeah,
insane.
There was a fucking some Staten Island dad with his like 2 sons, and he's like harassing some guy in the bullpen. He's like, "Hey, buddy, hey, can I get a ball for my fucking kid, please?" You know, and the guy ignores him. And he's like, "Yeah, keep doing steroids, then, you fucking faggot."
Right in front of his son.
His son's like right there, and he's like,
Fathers are so important in a young child's life for moments like that.
Yeah.
Keep doing fucking steroids.
Yeah, keep doing fucking steroids. Like he knows about that guy. Like he's reading some blog accusing him of
Just wearing like an Ep.10 shirt with a smoldering Twin Towers on it. Jesus Christ. They really have not forgotten in Staten Island.
Well, they haven't shut up about it.
They cannot
That's
stop.
the other slogan. Never shut up about it.
Never shut the fuck up about it.
Hey, yeah, you're listening to 9/11 podcast. Yeah, we do a fucking podcast every week about
We
9/11.
do 9 hours and 11
Bro, I don't
minutes
think you
every
understand. Staten Island smokes the most week.
Week. Oh.
Out of all 5 boroughs.
Is that was it? 5 boroughs? It wasn't just in the world.
No, I think he was claiming that out of all 5 boroughs, it's in our blood. And I was like, okay. I don't know even.
Yeah.
Remember that video of that angry Guido who was mad at his like cousin for moving to Boston and becoming a Red Sox fan?
No.
Oh man! So it's like there's a guy and he's sitting in his computer and he's like on like a Skype call or he's making a YouTube video for his like cousin Nick, who moved to Boston and became a Red Sox fan. And he's just like pissed off, like bro. And he's got a friend in the background. He's got his shirt off and he's wearing sunglasses and he's just like flexing or whatever. And he's like, "You see this? Fucking Patron. It's all I drink. It's in my fucking blood." He's like, "Cause I'm not a fucking faggot like you." he's like screaming and threatening to kill his fucking cousin. It's great.
That's good stuff.
Well, we've filled our contractually obligated amount of time.
Yep. To get paid by Anthony Cumia.
Yeah. I forgot to do the Anthony Cumia bit.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, this is why...
What
we were trying to... This one was like high concept. What we want to do with this one is show you what happens if you guys tried to make a podcast. Okay? This is how it would turn out. It would be complete shit. So you fucking donate the money because we're professionals and we need those tracksuits. Actually, Adam has some fucking benefactor that's getting us.
Yeah, I have a silent angel investor.
I love it.
He's an angel.
Yeah, well, we're getting those tracksuits, I guess. So, I
and
guess
we're gonna do a photo shoot with my new dog Isis and us in those
Stop
tracksuits.
trying to get ISIS in the mix, dude.
Dude, Isis is the first lady of Cometown.
Did you?
This wasn't even discussed. I'm not even necessarily opposed, but you can't just say it on the podcast.
Wait, did you mention the dog on this one? Did you already bring up the dog?
We brought up Isis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
short-term memory is shot.
I'm burning
man.
up, man. It's
It is
fucking
hot as
so
shit in
hot.
here.
Yeah.
Because you're
it's-
Rasta Ganja, man.
All I ate today was like a bunch of chicken. And
Yeah.
I was gonna eat. Got no
You've been
vegetables.
Slaving over a hot stove.
Yeah, no, I'm
What
burnt.
time's your spot? We gotta fucking
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go
Right.
bomb at
Thanks
this
for having
show.
me on.
Of course. Thanks for doing
Yeah,
it.
thanks for doing it. Sorry we
Thank you,
didn't
Amber.
ask you about
Yeah, anything.
I don't know
That's not.
Karl Marx or
Well,
the economy.
that's
Or
fine.
Normally on Alpha Dog podcasts, they're really mean to the one woman in the room.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
like,
and
Yeah.
I'm just supposed to go.
hey, what do you
Yeah.
think, tits?
Yeah, dude, that is my favorite part about all those podcasts is the girl.
You
that's like,
Hey,
boys.
juicy
yeah,
bitch.
yeah. Hey, you with the pussy.
How
Hey,
many
vagina lips.
how many black guys were in there this weekend?
She just makes like.
Yeah. I
Like
can tell you in one place
affectionately
Black Lives
disapproving
Matter.
noises for like an hour and a half.
What's that?
She just makes like affectionately disapproving noises like
Yeah.
an hour and a half.
Oh
like,
my
Yeah.
God, you're my boy.
Well, they used to have.
I
They
love
we have
my boys.
fun.
They had
We have fun
Caitlyn
here.
on. They had Caitlyn on Race Wars, and like her only role was to give the commenters something to get angry about.
That's hilarious.
Like pretty much, like every episode was like, "Who's this
Just
fucking
feeding
dumb
me up.
bitch reading books on the show, talking about book shit?" It was great.
No, well, thank
All
you
right.
for not making me the girl.
Oh yeah, no, we don't. We have a no girl policy here.
Yeah.
I mean, we have girls on the podcast, but there's no podcast girl.
Appreciate it.
Which makes it hard. You know, we gotta have
Yeah.
somebody to shit on, and it used to be Seth,
You
but
need an intern.
yeah, well, we need a new
Well, I hear
Seth.
there's a disturbance in
in the force?
the electromagnetic fields
Yeah.
around Earth, but that's what I've been reading.
Oh, Mercury in retrograde.
Yeah.
The problem is that we're all bullies, and if we don't have someone to bully, then it becomes very difficult to, reconcile our own lives, which makes
Oh
it
yeah,
harder.
our
Oh, yeah.
terrible lives.
It makes it harder to like talk. So I mean, I Seth for me, you take him out of the picture. This is the first one where I haven't mentioned him. I think.
Yeah.
Well, until now.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
I'm glad I could seg you into that though, because it's your strongest
Well,
suit.
you
All
technically did mention Seth just now. So.
Yeah, yeah, but it was
So-
it wasn't anything mean.
No, yeah, I know.
Well, hey,
Perfect.
that's
Bye.
it. That's
All right, bye.
Yeah. Donate. Bye.
don't tell him to donate after.
After that, I have to get more stuff like this.
Yeah, all right.
To get more good stuff.
Adam, you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, I just appreciate you guys for listening. You're probably not listening at this point.
Yeah, we've been closing.
No, I just want to see if I can get to a full hour.
Oh,
How close are we?
We're like 5 seconds away.
Oh, hell
Okay.
yeah.
cool.
Anyone want to say the N word? Anyone want to be brave enough? On 3, we all say the N word. 2, 3. Ah, shit. All right. Well, the final episode. We did it. Bye, guys.
What do you think? Should we put the kids on the